Welcome to the Country Hipster Podcast. My name is Paul. I am the Country Hipster. That music you just heard was none other than the Unholy Four from Charlottesville, Virginia. Hey man, I gotta get in the zone. That's a thing, man.
I was waiting for you to count, and I forgot you don't have to count anymore. And I was like, oh shit, okay.
You know what I mean? Don't fucking. It's like, you know, I'm an actor.
It was good. It was good. I liked it.
Boom. At any rate,
it was like almost getting yelled at. You're like, oh, you shut the fuck up.
Shut up. Just, we're going to do this now.
It's game time.
I know. It's been a long weekend. It's been a long day. So real quick, the business, OttsvilleRecordGarage.com.
I don't think you said who the song was by.
You didn't.
I didn't?
So.
I'm pretty sure I fucking said
we
it.
distracted
just
you.
in case.
All right, well, fuck you guys. The music you just heard... Is this kind of like the Jack Black instance here where Zach swears he said Jack Black was on High Fidelity and we're like, no, you didn't.
Although Sean's going to call you and just be like,
what the fuck? That's the fourth time this season.
Where's the shout out?
Yeah. The music you just heard before I was so rudely interrupted was the Unholy Four from Charlottesville, Virginia, and the song was Dirty Knife. And you can check out the Unholy Four on Bandcamp, Instagram, Apple Music, wherever you can find the Unholy Four. Ottsville Record Garage Business, promo code specific, podcast specific promo code. Fuck, that's last month. What is it? Birthday. It's birthday because it's my birthday this week. So it passed
It was
already.
Tuesday.
Yes.
Can I say I want to wish Paul a happy birthday for the second time in season 1?
Oh, yeah. That's true.
Wow.
Right?
Damn.
Oh, God damn. That's right.
Season 1 birthday. Happy birthday, Paul.
Thank you.
Again.
Thank you.
Happy second season 1 birthday.
That's actually pretty great.
Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt. That thought occurred to me, and I was like, oh, shit.
That is pretty perfect because what we are here, and this is actually the season finale of season 1 of the Country Hipster Podcast.
83 years in the making, the season finale.
I know. So we are here. We made it. We got to the 50th album, and we are here. So let me do the introductions real quick. To my right is the official bartender of the Ottsville Record Garage, Tom Bernhard.
Yeah, you got it.
I got it this time? All right. Tom Bernhard.
Mostly got it.
Here to make drinks. To my immediate left is our resident female and all things German and rabbit rescues.
She's female.
She's
That's
female,
like her
yes.
claim to fame.
There you
Gee,
go.
thanks.
Welcome back. 2 weeks in a row, Kristen, our
She
record
has a
holder
uterus.
for this.
I just imagine you like
Once
describing.
again, we got a broad on the show.
You're just like,
It's the
Kristen?
same broad. So
Who's Kristen? The female?
The female.
Oh, Kristen. Okay.
that's really what it comes down to.
Not the only broad that's ever been on the show.
No, there's another broad who was on the show. That's true. Megan from the Natterjacks has been on the show as well.
Actually, we've had 3.
Oh yeah, our sister.
Kylie was on the.
She don't count.
No, she's
Yeah.
our sister. That's
Katai's sort of been on.
Oh, there you
a
go.
little
We've had
bit.
4. You're right,
Yeah.
Katai.
yeah, but it's Katai. She's Delco. That's
Yeah.
they're not really females in Delco. They're just
They're just kind of there.
there. Yeah, they're there to not go to Red Robin.
Mhm.
So Bunfest is Sunday, right?
It is. It's
It is?
Sunday.
Okay,
Next week.
and where is it again?
It's
I
at
know
the
you mentioned last week.
Haverford Rec Center.
Okay,
It's from 10 to 4.
10 to 4. Is there an admission cost? I meant to ask you
Yeah,
that
it's
last.
$10.
$10.
And I'll be at the front collecting your money when you come in.
And if you go up
Did
and
you get a
you
sick
say
wristband?
you give
No,
I'm
I don't
not.
think
I'm
he
not
has
coming.
tell,
I'm only in it for the wristbands.
tell Kristen you saw her on the Country Hipster podcast, and she'll still charge you $10, but say thank you for watching.
Yeah.
I will.
So there you
I
go.
will. Thank you.
She probably charge you 20
It's
when
a,
you tell her that.
it's a donation to the rescue and to help us recoup the money from renting the hall. So
Very nice. Very nice.
yeah.
Anything else going on, bunny wise, rabbit wise?
No,
No.
not really.
Okay.
Usual.
Cool. And to my far left is my brother, the country. I didn't even think of a name. I am so like this has been such
You're
a.
out of it today. You're me today.
It's been no. I'm not. No, I wouldn't go that far. No, I'm just. I'm unorganized. I got everything kind of went to shit on Thursday when we got offered this festival that we played today, and it was just like, okay, this is all super last minute, and now I played 3 shows. It's like I fucking worked this week.
Yeah.
I worked. I had 3 shows. I had, you know what I mean? It was just like,
God forbid.
Can I tell you what happened to me on Thursday?
Yeah,
It
what
was
happened to
probably
you?
way shittier than what you're talking
oh
about.
no, mine wasn't shitty. I'm
Yeah.
just saying. That's why I'm all discombobulated.
So I get to work around 6 p.m. and there's some guy who is parked across 2 parking spots, hanging over into the one parking spot about, a foot maybe. So the spot he is hanging over into is the spot that I normally park when my normal spot is taken, which it was. So I parked in my backup spot, and he was quite a heavier gentleman, and he had backed into the spot instead of pulling into the spot. So he had to squeeze his piece of shit fat ass in between our cars to get into his vehicle. And apparently it inconvenienced him so much that when he drove away and I got out of my car and walked into work, he came back around and put a fucking knife in my rear passenger tire.
Oh,
what?
Jesus
the actual
Christ.
fuck?
Yeah. So
wow.
one of the associates came in and said, hey, a customer just told me in the parking lot that he saw someone slash somebody's tires. And I wasn't paying attention. I was talking to somebody else. And he described the car to the other managers. And I hear the one manager go, oh, that's Adam's car. And I'm like, what's going on?
You
and
have
they're
tire issues all the time.
Yes, your minimum 5th tire of season 1.
Yeah, I say this is, so I forget when it was, like maybe 8-9 months ago, I hydroplanes like turned to avoid getting into an accident, went up on a curb, blew out 3 tires.
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought that was 4.
No, just 3.
3.
3 months later, one of the tires that I had just replaced from blowing them out caught a screw in the sidewall when one of the neighbors was redoing his fence, and the one that got the screw in the sidewall that I replaced 3 months ago now got fucking slashed.
That's 5, yeah.
So
yeah.
5
tires for season
5
1.
tires, 2 Paul birthdays. We're going strong in season 1.
I know.
Jesus.
I know. That's pretty crazy. So that
Yeah.
sucks. Is that the one story you wanted to tell today?
No, the other one is involving. I'll wait till we start getting into the drinks because it's involving one of the liquors we bought.
Okay.
But yeah, it was fun. On Thursday, got to file a police report. Got to fill out a general liability claim at work.
Are there cameras in the parking lot?
There are, but I'm not 100% sure because like where I park, there's trees in between where I park and the cameras. But the funniest thing about it is, so a customer told one of the associates, and then the customer just kind of left, and the associate didn't get any information from him. So I'm out there changing my tire, and I was telling one of the other associates who was leaving what had happened, and this truck pulls up, and the guy makes like eye contact with me while I'm changing my tire, and then he parks, and I was talking to the other associate, and I said something like, "Oh yeah, a customer grabbed Gene and let him know he saw it happen," and the guy getting out of his truck goes, "Oh yeah, that was me," and I'm like, "What?" And he's like, "I was the one who told him." And I'm like, oh, really? And he's like, yeah. He's like, yeah, I saw the dude. He's like, he described the car and like what the guy who I assumed looked like was. And I'm like, oh shit. I'm like, can I get your information? And he's like, yeah, absolutely. So I grabbed his information.
Good.
At this point, I'd already filed a police report, so I had to call the cop back to add that to the report. So I don't know if the cameras can see the parking lot where I park. But when I pulled up to work, I'd literally watched the fat motherfucker come out of the store and I know exactly what he was carrying. So I can literally, well, I can't, but I can get someone to literally figure out what register he went to see how we paid. And if he paid by card, I can literally find out all of the fucking information in the world about him.
Well, there you go.
Yeah.
But I don't know if that holds up, just the fact that the guy was there.
As an insurance professional, it's one of the main reasons I tell people to carry a comprehensive deductible of $100 because vandalism is covered under your comprehensive.
Someone was actually telling me that insurance will actually cover 1, but not all 4 tires.
No, that's dumb. People say that all the time. They're like, "Oh, well, you cut 3 because if you cut 4, the insurance." Why would the insurance not cover it? If
I don't know. It sounded weird, but I was like, I don't know.
And it's perpetuated by idiots.
Yeah.
And if someone's really pissed at you, they're going to slash all 4 of your tires.
The way insurance works is it has to meet a deductible threshold.
Yeah. Whatever
the deductible that you chose is. Me, I carry a $100 comp deductible, and that would cover 1 tire would go above that threshold.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Yeah. Say as is, 1 tire will not cover my deductible threshold. So it's
right. If you have a $500 comp deductible, then but a difference between 100 and 500 for the year is like $30 usually.
Yeah. I remember you saying that before with my.
You didn't fucking do it though, did you?
No, I didn't.
Yeah. So we don't listen to you, Tom.
No, I know.
You know what we do like you to talk about and do?
Make drinks.
Make us drinks.
Whores.
Oh, that too. That too. No, so we are here to talk about Depeche Mode Violator, and that is our season finale record. Excuse me. Jesus Christ. Sorry about that. Look, Chris is like, oh God,
No.
He burped. I'm backing
She
up.
sat near you before.
Yeah, I know. She knows what's up.
I've been
She knows
around
what
you.
you're.
Yes,
what
yes.
you're in
I know
for.
what I'm getting into.
Yes. So, and this is a Booze and Vinyl book review. This is a book review of Booze and Vinyl Volume 2.
I'll say one of the few episodes that were actually in Volume 2.
Yes. Yep.
The majority of it was in Volume 1.
And Booze and Vinyl, Volume 1, Volume 2, and Volume 1 and Volume 2 are by Andre Darlington and his sister Tanaya Darlington. And then there is the Christmas Booze and Vinyl just by Andre Darlington. So this is a book review. It's a book review, don't sue us, of the drinks on Depeche Mode Violator. So, Tom, hit us with the liner notes on this, please.
Alrighty then, the liner notes. Launching Depeche Mode into the international stardom, Violator produced 4 singles led by Personal Jesus and Enjoy the Silence. It is a startlingly deft record, continuing the band's brand of sinister pop while balancing their gloom with commercial appeal. The album boasts a pared-back simplicity that reached new audiences and helped Depeche Mode become a stadium act as big as U2.
Ooh.
I don't know about that.
No, I think at that time that's probably pretty accurate. So what's our first drink?
First one, side A, is called, they got real original here. They call this a Personal Jesus.
Oh, nice.
This cocktail will make you a believer, inspired in part by the brooding black and crimson cover. The drink combines the dark Amaro Averna with red Chambord for gothic effect. Sing on, Preacher Man.
Not Chamberson.
Not Chamberson, not, Chambord.
Chambord.
Yeah, it is
okay.
a French liqueur.
Okay. All right. So while you're making those drinks, do you want to tell your Chambord story now?
Yes. So Paul asked me to pick up the Chambord and what we'll use in the second drink, peach schnapps. And I know what peach schnapps is. Never fucking heard of Chambord until today. So when I walked up to the register, the guy's like, "How's it going?" I'm like, "It's good." I'm like, just buying shit. I have no idea what it is. And he picks up the bottle. He's like, "Oh, a little peach schnapps." Then picks up the Chambord. He's like, "A little razzmatazz." And I'm like, "Is that what we call it?"
Oh, is that?
Razzmatazz is one of the name brands made by, it might be De Kuyper.
Yeah.
It's their raspberry liqueur. It's the knockoff brand of.
Okay.
Oh, okay. All right.
Yeah, in a bottle like that, and it's probably $12.
Yeah.
Where you probably paid $30 for that.
No, it was like 30 for
'cause
both.
you got the half bottle.
It was
Yeah.
30 for both of them, I think.
Okay.
No,
Yeah,
it was
that was
30, 37.
37.
Yeah.
Yeah, whatever.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
But yeah, I thought I was like, I just because I remember when I worked at Cooper, it was my last day at Cooper, and one of my employees was like, "Yo, can we get drunk on your last day?" I'm like, "No," because we work in a hospital.
Yeah.
And like I'm continuing to work for the company that I work for. I'm just leaving this hospital and doing it somewhere else. She's like, "Come on, I'll bring in a little Irk and Jerk," and I'm like, "The fuck
What
did you
the
just
hell
say to
is
me?"
that?
Apparently, it's like brandy. It's called like E&J.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, but
E&J's horrible.
But apparently
You
the
buy that at all the fine liquor stores that have Lexan fucking protectors for the
Yeah.
Yeah.
apparently the kids call it Irk and Jerk though. So
Oh, okay. All right.
I was like, maybe razzmatazz is what the kids call it, but now I know.
All right. All right. Cool. All right. So, Violator is the 7th studio album from the English electronic music band Depeche Mode. It was released on the 19th of March in 1990 by Mute Records internationally and by Sire and Reprise in the United States. Oh, by the way, guys, like I said, it's been a fucking hell of a weekend for me, so I did not prep anything. So I'm winging it like all this whole fucking time.
He's plagiarizing from Wikipedia.
Yeah. Is that really a plagiarism? though?
Here's the secret though.
I mean, maybe.
Every week is a plagiarism.
Yeah, I know.
mean-
Exactly.
It's kind of true.
There are, as mentioned in the Booze and Vinyl, there were 4 singles off of this album, which are Personal Jesus, Enjoy the Silence, Policy of Truth, and World in My Eyes. All were very, very well received.
The gel pen.
See. You don't like gel
It's my
pens?
favorite pen.
Oh, okay.
Pilot G2s. Get at me.
What?
This is so.
Sponsor the podcast.
This is
Medium
so weird because my mom just actually asked me to order these pens for her.
They're the best pens.
Yesterday when I saw her.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Pilot G2 05s or the 0.5.
I like the 07s.
I like the finest point possible. I think it's a 0.38.
So weird.
Nah, it's the
I
best
like
pen in the world. You just
the
can't
Wright-
write on greeting
the
cards with
Wright
them, but fuck
brothers
greeting
pens.
cards anyway.
Yeah, you hate them.
They're not good for they're not good for carbonless copies either.
Sorry.
That's
Paul.
okay.
Continue.
In 1990, in the
Talk
U.S.
with Adam and Tom.
Yeah, right. In the
It
U.S.,
got really weird.
Violator hit number 7 on the Billboard 200. So there were a bunch of re-releases of this. It was like it hit like the charts in 2013. It hit the charts in 2017, and then hit the weekly charts in 2023 for top dance electronic albums. It peaked at number 9. So I guess there was a re-release in 2023 of Violator.
Do
Go on.
do the re-releases? Is it? I'm assuming it's including like anniversary editions, right?
Probably, yeah.
Okay.
It's, it's
Because I remember we were talking with Lemonheads. You said it was like released and then like 6 months later, like released again, and then 6 months later released again. Like it's not the fucking 6 month anniversary edition.
No, but that was because they added Mrs. Robinson to it, so they re-released it. There's a version without Mrs. Robinson. There's a version with Mrs. Robinson. This was just like a 2023. It looks like it was like some sort of like dance, like they probably like electronic.
Oh yeah, dance mix. 12-inch dance mix.
Yeah, they probably just made it an even more dancier.
For dark wave.
That was Paul's nickname in high school, 12-inch dance mix.
That's right. That's right. So in the U.S., this went platinum 3 times. Worldwide, it sold over 7 million copies. And and that's the main stuff about it. That's
when
that's
did
what
this
I'm
come
going
out
to go.
again?
This
March
came
19th,
out March 1990. Thank you. Weren't you paying attention? Oh no, you were talking about pens.
I asked to borrow his pen, and then
actually, she was making notes before the podcast.
Yeah. Well, at least
can't yell at her that much.
I know. At least somebody made notes. No, so the album before this was 101, Depeche Mode 101, which I think I liked, and then Songs of Faith and Devotion came out in 1993.
I'm sorry. From what Tom was reading the liner notes, this doesn't scream dark and crimson like the album cover does.
No, it doesn't. But that's okay. That's all right. So
kind of looks like iced tea.
It does.
A little bit. So
don't know what to tell you.
Yeah.
Following their recipe.
Hey. So I mean, it's my album, so I'll talk about it a little bit. This is my pick. This is my 25th record. Our 50th record. Well, our 64th episode, our 63rd record, because the interview we talked about several records, but not a specific record. So yeah, but ultimately, this is my pick. This is the last from my 25, and this is one of those albums that this is another one that was very easy for me to.
You said when you were making your list, this was one of the ones that immediately snapped into your brain.
Yep. This is one I was like, oh no, I got to talk about Violator. I also when I opened up Ottsville Record Garage when I was doing the stuff online, I needed to get some inventory. This was one of the ones I ordered 2 copies of right away. One to put into my personal collection, and then one to go from there to sell, which did sell. But yeah, I love this album. I do think it's a really good album. I'll get into a little bit more of it if I can think of stuff as we're talking. But no, I do like this album. Definitely reminds me.
Yeah, there's a whole bag. Yeah, there's a little bag in the.
Need more? Okay. Reminds me of because this came out in March 1990, so I was technically in 8th grade. And I remember there was this kid. His name was Brad. We were kind of friends, but not really whatever.
More lovers than
anything. No, we would walk to school together sometimes, and
holding hands.
Yes,
he
came out with this Walkman. He's like, dude, you got to hear this song, and he's like, this is so good. He puts it on. It was Enjoy the Silence.
That's actually I feel like the 3rd time I've heard you tell a version of that story on this podcast, because I think I remember correctly. That's how you said you discovered the Smiths. Was that
was on a date?
No.
No, that was on a date.
No, who you said?
Guy.
I remember. Then who was it? Because you said no. Fuck. Frank played something for you on a Walkman.
Yeah, he played the Pogues.
The Pogues. That's what it was. Not the Smiths.
Yeah. That's how I discovered the Pogues.
We're old, so people used to play music on Walkman.
Fuck you! I used to have a Walkman.
Discman.
I had a Walkman and a Discman.
There you go. But no, you
I had a Walkman. I had a Discman before they had the anti-skip bullshit in it.
Oh, jeez. Okay. But so that's how I discovered it. That's how I heard "Enjoy the Silence" the first time, and I was like, "Oh my god, this is really good." Now I had been familiar with Depeche Mode before that, with the song "New Life." I think it was on "Catching Up" with Depeche Mode. So I'd heard them. I knew who they were a little bit. A couple other things that I knew, Just Can't Get Enough was them. So I knew them a little bit, but I never really got into them until Violator. So but yeah, no, man, this was definitely one of the ones that was very easy for me to just pick. And I don't know that this is a top 5 all-time record for me, but I think it's a top 10 all-time record for me at the very least.
At least a top 25.
At least the top 25 at
Yeah.
the very, you know what I mean? So, we got shaking going on, a whole lot of shaking going on. Adam,
Remember that time where Tom was like, "I'm gonna start shaking, so just there's gonna be some noise." Like, like the episode before he was working a fucking blender.
yeah, I know.
Beach Boys, yeah, you fucks maybe use a blender.
Hey, it was good. It was good. That was good. Those were good pina coladas you made, though. So, Adam, I had said last week when we picked this that I was pretty sure you were going to hate this album. Actually, before we get into that, now that we all have our drinks, let's check these out. What? So, okay,
Right.
so this is
All
okay.
I smell
personal
is
Jesus.
Personal
Weird.
Jesus.
all I smell is gin.
All right.
It's probably that quality
Oh, I love
row
that.
house gin,
Cheers.
the crack house
Gross.
gin. That's
R.I.P. Row House gin.
Gross.
Okay, I don't hate this. It's got a little bit of a weird like aftertaste, but it's also it's kind of
Tastes like iced tea a little.
a little bit. It's,
because me the
Yeah.
lemon juice kills the gin.
So
I could taste it. I could smell the gin.
yeah, as
I
I
could
said, I
taste the
can.
gin at first, but the Amaro is kind of the aftertaste. That's what I'm left with is that kind of licoricey Amaro kind of finish.
I smell the gin when
I
I
don't
drink
taste the
it,
Chambord at all.
but it tastes kind of just like muted gin. Like it's not bad.
Yeah.
It's
It
just
tastes like gin and iced tea to me.
yeah. Like, I
Yeah.
feel like you could have. We put way too much into this. Like,
yeah. I don't hate it though. Like
Yeah.
you know what I mean? Like
Now the gin is so
I don't know how I
powerful,
feel
like
about
just to smell it, like that's all you get at 1st.
Mhm.
I'm interested to see what happens this as the ice melts and
Okay.
kind of mellows out a little bit.
so, Kristen, you said you don't know how
I
you
don't
feel
know
about
how
it.
I feel about that.
You don't immediately hate it though.
I don't immediately hate it, but
Okay.
I definitely don't like it that much.
Okay, no, that's good. I mean, sometimes you know right away.
Maybe
like,
it'll
this
grow
isn't
on
good.
me.
Yes, it'll be a fungus drink.
It
for you.
could
We'll say
be.
that I drank a lot more Amaro in season 1 than I probably have my entire life.
I didn't even know Amaro was a thing.
I
until
had no
season
idea
1.
it existed
I
until
was
listening to
expecting
this
this to be
podcast.
like significantly sweeter because before we started recording, Tom told me to. All I want to do is smell the Chambord.
Uh-huh.
But Tom told me to try some, and it's super. Like I said, it tastes like syrup you would put on ice cream. Like it's super
Okay.
super sweet.
It
Yeah.
is.
So I expected that to translate more into this.
Yeah.
But the Amaro is a bitter. The
Yeah.
gin is not sweet at all.
Gin is
And
Christmas trees.
the Chambord, there's only
Everything's
3/4
fighting
of an ounce
against
of
each
Chambord.
other in here.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Mm.
There's only 3/4 ounce of Chambord in that drink. So
I don't know. I
I
think,
think it was
this.
for the color.
I think this song hears my prayers, and it cares. I think so. I think it does. I really do.
Paul, can you go stand in the corner?
No.
This is not the personal Jesus. This is the
Put it in the-
Violator.
No, this-
No, this is personal
This
Jesus.
personal Jesus.
Oh.
Yeah.
My bad.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
God. Wow.
Clearly,
Wow.
I wasn't paying attention.
Well, we know because you were talking about fucking pens.
Sure.
It was your brother. It was Tom.
Mm-hmm.
They were discussing the pens.
All right. So,
That's
no,
a great fucking pen, man.
it
God.
is a good pen. I know. I really
you guys
don't.
could have a whole podcast about pens.
We do.
I have one pen that I really like, and the rest of them can go fuck themselves.
I always steal my pens from a Univest bank. So,
Okay.
because then I also feel like a bank robber when I'm doing it.
Yeah.
So that's the other reason I do it, not just because I like the pens. But like I said, I when we picked this last week or 2 weeks ago, technically it was picked.
Excuse me.
I had said I thought you were going to hate this fucking album, and am I right in my assessment?
I mean, hate might be a strong word. I might describe it as I don't consider this album at all. It's an album.
Wow,
It's an album, but like it's just not my taste.
Indifference.
It's
no.
it's
This isn't indifference.
it's less than
No,
indifference
this is-
because it's just like
I don't even think about you.
Yes.
listening to it. I'm just like, all right, I know this song. Personal Jesus comes on. I'm like, I know this song.
This album is like his narcissistic ex-girlfriend. I don't even think about you.
Yeah,
That's
like-
what this is.
like I
Basically.
like I listened to this album. I mean, shit. I listened to this album twice today alone.
Uh-huh.
I'm never gonna listen to this album again.
No?
This album
No?
does nothing for me.
Do you want to listen to more Depeche Mode?
No,
No,
not really. If it's more like Violator, it's all the same. It's literally 2 songs that I know, and then everything else just sounds like the same fucking song.
Okay.
But yeah, it's just this album sounds like what I imagine like if a movie was playing and somewhere in this movie 2 goth kids had sex, this would be the fucking soundtrack that plays over it.
That is accurate.
That is
But
very accurate.
But here's the thing too: is that also you mentioned like you just don't like it. It is what it is. I mean, I don't know them. I haven't talked to them. I don't know them personally. You actually know the one dude. I bet you that this album was an inspiration to Interpol.
It wouldn't surprise me.
Just because of their sound and whatnot.
That band were big fans.
Yeah, which is kind of like
that's the right age. Like Carlos was 2 years ahead of me in high school. Guitarist for Interpol.
Right.
Bass player.
Well, yes, he was a guitarist.
Yes.
He played bass on that album.
Yeah,
but he was a guitarist. He was 2 years ahead of me in high school, so he was the right age for this.
Yeah,
I was just a couple years too young probably for this. Like just
But that's the thing. You would have something like that for a band, which is fucking phenomenal album. Turn on the Bright Lights. It's a great album, and that is one of the things I thought about, and I might have even said it on the episode where that album like gives me Violator vibes.
And when I was listening to this, when I was
oh wait, that kind of sounds weird, doesn't it?
Same like I'm gonna get touched in my pee hole.
Yeah, I was gonna say that sounds
the Country Hipster Podcast. We got Violator vibes. No, actually, that is a good
right?
name. Yeah,
very special.
While
Country Hipster.
While listening to this, it also kind of reminded me
it's like the Different Strokes. Word. Never mind.
This kind of gave me a vibe like if someone tried to draw the Smiths from memory. Like it just seemed like a shittier.
You know what though? That's a pretty good fucking description.
It sounds like it sounds like Walmart Smiths.
No, it's not that.
No.
But I do like.
It sounds shitty. Like it sounds like shitty Smiths to me.
No, it doesn't sound like shitty Smiths. I do like that analogy though. That's like someone tried to draw the Smiths from. That's actually a really good analogy. But I don't look at that as a bad thing.
I mean, I don't look at it as a bad thing if it's executed well, but I don't think it was executed well.
Oh my god.
Jesus! I'm just saying.
You really hate this album. I knew you would hate it.
I don't hate it. It's just it's not my fucking cup of tea. It's not. Oh man, this album wasn't made for me.
No, that's for goddamn.
And it's just there was something else I described as like a poor man's Smiths, but it was done well. I can't remember what it was, but it was done better. I feel like than this.
Okay.
Like how I said when we covered the Smiths that the initial time I listened to it. And again, I was a few beers deep and focusing on driving home at night, which I don't recommend.
No, don't do that, kids.
Don't do that. Yes. Everything on what is it? What's the fucking Smiths album called?
The Queen is Dead.
The Queen is Dead. I was gonna say God Save the Queen, but that's not it.
No, that's the Sex Pistols.
Yeah. The Queen is Dead. When I initially listened to that, I thought everything sounded the same, and then listening to it sober. I started to tell the difference. Listening to this sober, like literally aside from 2 songs. Everything sounds the fucking same to me.
Okay.
So yeah, I just it works well for, goth kids having sex in a movie, but I don't want to listen to it in my car.
Okay.
I also don't want to watch goth kids have sex in a movie.
Yeah, you do. Yeah, you do.
I don't.
All right. Well, Kristen's dressed in all black. So speaking of goth kids having sex, what do you feel about this?
It depends on what day of the week you ask me.
Well, today's Sunday. So how do you feel about it on Sunday?
So you were like, hey, you want to come on and do this episode? I was like, sure. I like Depeche Mode. Mm-hmm. And then I listened to this album and I'm like, no, I hate this album. I can't get through it. I couldn't get through it. It was a struggle. I texted you and was like, Paul, I can't do this. I think I listened to this album maybe 3 times this week because I literally just couldn't do it. And then today I listened to it again while I was cleaning the rabbit pens, and I was like, all right, this isn't so bad. But then I looked into it, and I like Depeche Mode. I just don't really love this album.
Okay.
The album I think I like is Some Great Reward. I don't think I like this one.
Do you know what's on Some Great Reward?
I'll tell you in a minute.
Yeah.
No, I'm asking. I wasn't going to point
I feel like it's people.
You're being like the dickhead fan. Name 3 songs of Some Great Reward.
Okay, so it's something to do. Lie to me. People are people. It doesn't matter.
People are people. Okay.
Stories of old somebody.
Okay.
Which I love. Master and Servant, If You Want, and Blasphemous Rumors, which is a great song.
Okay, no, that is okay. Yes, that is a really good album.
So I just don't like Violator, and I like Some Great Reward, and I think I'm like the greatest hits fan of Depeche Mode.
Okay,
if I'm being honest,
that's fair. That's fair.
Like I wanted to put a nail in my brain listening to this album the first time around. Okay, after not listening to it for like years.
But
8th grade Kristen loved this album.
Yes.
I was probably suicidal or something back
Okay.
then. Who
All
knows?
All right.
Just a goth kid trying to get laid.
Yeah.
And maybe not in 8th grade though, but sure.
Fucking
Yeah.
crude.
Yeah.
By
No.
8th grade, you'd already had like 4 kids.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You already had a kindergartner.
Yeah, I had a
Right.
fucking softball team worth of kids.
Yeah, no.
I will say that your reaction actually surprises me a little bit, but
It surprised me
yeah.
too, because I was like, oh yeah, I like
No
Depeche
one was
Mode.
more surprised than Kristen.
I was like, what the hell? I can't do this.
Okay.
I don't know if I don't think it was like I had a bad week.
Mhm.
Like, and I just
Yeah.
couldn't.
No.
I couldn't get
You had
into
to
it.
be in the right hormone state. To
I
listen
listened
this.
to it only
Get
4
it.
times this month.
But
This
as a
week.
as a teenager, you've got raging fucking hormones.
Correct.
You hate your parents, and
Correct.
like, yeah, maybe that fits the bill.
Absolutely.
And now you've
I'm
you know-
so depressed and moody and cool.
yeah, now
like
you've fixed
this-
yourself. And,
being moody and weird makes me cool.
Wait, that
Like-
changes?
yeah, if you go to therapy, those
Oh.
things you,
Oh.
you learn to
Yeah.
kind
Oh,
of deal with
stop
some.
it.
You get some
Stop
coping.
it. Bloody
Yeah, I don't
therapy.
know. Sorry, Chris, silly me.
No, so
Just
Yeah.
for the record, Jameson and menthol cigarettes are cheaper than therapy for everybody. To just
Oh
little,
yeah, my
Oh,
therapy
just a little
bill-
life hack.
My
Whiskey
therapy
and
bill,
cigarettes are cheaper.
I was averaging $600 a month for my therapy bill because they don't take fucking insurance.
oh, bastards.
Yep.
Bastards.
Depends on but
I don't know
mostly
why, but I
not.
thought you were gonna say they don't take credit cards.
Oh no, they had no problem with credit cards. It's the insurance they didn't.
Yeah.
You can use your HSA for it.
Yeah, I didn't have one of those. I'm self-employed.
Use your fucking $100 deductible, you piece of shit.
That's car insurance. A little different.
All right, so Tom, tell us
They won't
how
take
much you
car
hate this
insurance
album
for
and
therapy.
why.
It's weird.
Okay,
I like that.
I'll be honest. I don't hate the album.
Okay.
I don't like the album.
Okay.
I'm kind of with Adam in here. I'm not indifferent.
No,
it
Adam
leans
hates it.
more toward it. No, but I mean, I would say I'm overall indifferent, but it leans more toward dislike.
Okay.
Some of the songs are super fucking tedious. Some of them just like they're way too long. There's something missing. Like this genre of music does not like it's way outside of my strike zone. So I could try to listen to it. Some of it's listen to the Smiths album. Okay, it doesn't do anything for me. I don't hate it.
Mm-hmm.
This stuff though, I find like it's work to listen to.
Okay.
Some of the songs are good though. I like some of the songs. I tend to like there's a couple of Depeche Mode songs that were covered by other bands that I really love.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna
The
talk about.
fuck is that Italian band that did the cover of Enjoy the Silence?
I
was
don't
excellent.
know. I'd have to
It
hear
was
it.
excellent.
I'd have to look it up.
Chick singer, but they're really good.
Oh,
Right.
bada bing.
Bada bing. Oh, yeah, because they were Italian. Bada bing. They all had mustaches, right?
Not that kind of
Excuse
Italian.
me.
No, not that kind of Italian.
Oh, yeah, you are.
I'm half
There
Italian.
you are.
Oh my, it's cool.
So then you should know them.
Yes,
But,
look, you
uh,
guys have matching
We
mustaches.
do have matching mustaches.
They were like one of those Ozfest bands. I don't remember who
Okay.
it was, but they did a really great cover of it.
Mhm. They talk like the whole time they were singing. Enjoy
I
the
didn't-
silence.
No, I don't think I saw them live. I
Would
heard
it be
the song in the-
silencio in Italian?
I'm
Enjoy
not
the silencio.
Italian. How the fuck do I know?
Italian Ozfest band? Is that what we're fucking describing?
Sir.
No, I'm just confused because
No,
like
I'm saying
Really
they were a
weird.
band that they didn't just fucking play Italian songs, Dick.
no,
The
I
band
know
just
you're
happened to
saying
be from Italy.
they are of Italy but played Ozfest is what you're saying. I
Yeah,
understand.
they were
I
that
don't-
type
just
of.
played-
That's
they
what
played
I'm
like-
trying to.
They were like
They
rock
played
music.
That's Amore
Let's
and
say-
Enjoy Silence.
That's,
And those are the two songs.
Tossing out tortellini.
I'm just
to the
racking my
crowd.
brain
couple
of.
Sinatra covers and then boom. out.
I'm racking my brain of my knowledge of bands who have played Ozfest.
They're Fratellis?
I was,
It could be.
but I went to I went
No,
to.
that's a band.
I know
It
they
is.
are.
Okay.
I like them actually.
Yeah.
They're
So
like real.
I went to Ozfest like every single fucking year. They would have
Okay.
been an early 2000s rock band.
Okay.
They were in that like if you saw like they probably opened for like Godsmack at some point. Like they were that kind of band.
Okay.
Anyway, I don't hate the music.
Why
It's
don't you just
okay.
look up
Some of the
who did
songs fucking
covers
bother
of
me.
Enjoy
I
the
think I kind of
Silence?
agree with Kristen though.
So I
I'm
can
more of
remember the
a
name of the
greatest
song.
hits Depeche Mode person
Uh-huh.
because I don't they didn't write these songs for me. And when I got into the music, by the time I started listening to this stuff, I was kind of like this
Lacuna
album-
Coil.
That's them.
You
There
said
you go.
Chick Singer, right?
Yes.
Lacuna Coil.
This album sounds super fucking dated though when I listened to it this week, like really dated.
It's a little
Like,
dated. A little
not
dated.
not like it's a good no. This album sounds like it should have been left in the fucking 80s, and yet they produced it in 1990.
Well, okay, but no, there was some good
I mean,
stuff like coming out around this
Just
time.
barely past the 80s.
Yes,
But I'm
just
saying
barely.
Metallica was selling arenas at this point, and these fucks are still playing
Yeah.
synth heavy,
Well-
weird,
Well, that's
mopey
okay.
shit.
Yeah, but also you think about something else that came out in this time, which I think is a similar album and worth mentioning. Like, how does everybody feel about Nine Inch Nails' Pretty Hate Machine?
I'm not a Nine Inch Nails guy either.
I like it.
I'm okay with
That's,
some
like,
of their songs,
really
but
good album.
don't love them.
Yeah, but there's definitely a direct line between.
There's all that
I like
dark
some
wave
of the
shit
scores
happening.
that Trent Reznor did for movies, but I don't care for Nine Inch Nails.
Okay.
They don't really do anything for me either.
Okay. All right.
Okay.
All right. Yeah, I'm just saying there's a lot of good music of this style that's coming out. You know, you fucking dickheads. Everybody hates this album but
Do you
me.
want
I do. I would like to try one of those. Yes, please. So this is the Monty Python's Holy Grail. This is a
Holy Grail Ale?
Holy Grail Ale, a British style pale ale.
Say that 5 times
5%.
fast.
Holy Grail
That's a
Ale, Holy
lot.
Grail Ale, Holy Grail Ale, Holy Grail Ale. Tempered over burning witches. I like that.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I was trying to explain to somebody
Oh, that's fucking good.
the line from Monty Python where like they're
Actually, you
trying to
should
figure out
try some.
what weighs the same
It's
as,
light.
as
I have one.
like what floats
I
in
just
a duck.
A duck.
Oh,
That was Arthur. He was the smart one.
Yeah,
right?
that's pretty good.
Yeah, it's pretty good. Yeah. And you're not a beer drinker. That's why I was like, I think
Yeah, I
Kristen
could
would
do that.
enjoy this.
I
Yeah,
grabbed this in a liquor store in West Trenton today.
that's awesome. That's awesome.
Very good.
So, I do love this album. I think it's a good album. I will say that I agree with you. I listened to this album like a bunch of times this week. It took me till about listen 4 to actually get all the way through the album, which it's
Okay.
only a 9-song album. It's only like 47 minutes, something like that. If you're not in the right mood
Maybe
for
I
this
should have
album,
just persevered because I only listened to it 4 times this
yeah,
week.
no, it took me a little while. Part of it was because like I was doing like I would be in the car and I would get like so far and I'd be like, fuck, I don't even know where I was. Because yes, there are similarities with songs too. It's a very similar style. I'm not disagreeing with anything that you guys said in those regards. Except that it's like for me, this album works. This is just it's a good album. It's a dark album, especially when you think of like the other like, you know, Depeche Mode, like do, you know,
Yeah,
and you know what I mean.
Like
and
a lot
then,
of kids fucking opened up a wrist fucking listening to this.
yes,
album.
that's what I'm saying. I mean,
A
this
lot
is
of goth kids fucking perished listening to this.
this is just a dark album, which also
But
that
a lot of goth kids fucked to this.
they
album,
did,
too.
they did.
They
And
sure
then
did.
opened a vein. Yeah.
I just imagine like the scene in the movie is like 2 goth kids are out on a date and they come home like, oh, let's set the mood, and they fucking throw this bullshit on.
Cut each other. And
Yeah,
Your
Fuck.
own
they
personal.
fix each other's eyeliner and
Yeah.
black lipstick and
Oh Jesus. But no, but all the things that I like about this album were all the things I liked about Interpol. You know, turn on the bright lights, because it's just, you know, it's just the only thing I will say about this album is it's not bassy enough. Like whereas
Did they even use a guitar?
see,
on the
here's
album?
the issue. There are some songs on the
guitar.
Was there a
There's a
guitar?
guitar.
Okay,
It
I
was-
failed to notice the
there-
guitar. Just
there-
all the synth.
in certain parts it was so electronic heavy
uh-huh.
that like there's a bass line, but it sounds like a bass line that like it sounds like a fucking robot. Like it
Yeah,
just,
how
it,
where
doesn't,
it ends.
it
Yeah.
doesn't
Yeah.
sound good. It
No,
just
it
sounds like
great.
no.
Yeah, and it's like, you know, and you get the beat.
You know,
and-
in
you
certain
know.
parts, it also fucking sounds like it sounds like something that I would assume would be like the soundtrack for like a fucking Metroid game on Nintendo.
Oh, weird.
Yeah,
no,
it just had like this. Like it just had this
Sucks.
weird.
I liked Metroid.
Yeah.
Mm.
It just had this weird, like, shitty, vague electronic sound that would just be like background noise in like some space fucking video game.
Yeah, no, I don't get that.
Yeah.
I don't like that. I don't like what you're saying there. I don't like what
do
you're
you
putting
want
down,
me- do you want me to
motherfucker.
say the thing about the Smiths from Memory thing again? So you get
That was good. That was good though. That was good. I appreciated that. That was a good thing. No, like I think this is also an album you need to listen to loud. You need to like.
I
hear
had
it,
to
like,
listen to it
fucking
loud because it's so fucking to hear through all the beeps and boops and
All beeps and- so this is like the least beepiest
is.
and
It
boopiest
is.
Depeche
It
Mode
is
album
those
Also,
ever.
songs that are so like monotonous that you're
Yes.
just
am I
like,
drinking this? Is this
oh
why you put
god,
this
I'm
over
going to
here?
drive off
Yes.
the road while I'm listening to this.
A lot of
Ah.
those songs are very tedious.
Ah.
They are, but that's good. That's you know.
I like the mixture of glasses we have because we have 2 local breweries and then 2 Star Wars.
Yeah, why did they grab extra glasses?
And
So
can we,
go ahead.
off
Can we?
top, not this,
Uh-huh.
not the glassware, but like the lyrics. Dave Gahan, whatever the
Yeah.
hell his last name is, he's not a thug.
Okay.
Brings out the thug in me. No, you're not.
Hey,
You're a weird British guy.
He is a weird British guy. Well,
Come
there's
on.
thugs in Britain.
He's not a thug.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, he
So,
seems like a weepy little bitch.
all right.
He, it's a li-
Before we get into,
Let's- what if he listens to this podcast, Tom?
Fucking come at me,
How wild
you
would it
weepy
be
little
if
bitch.
we have like
I'll fight you and your
we
fucking
got
band.
we got
mate.
10 listeners.
like
One of them is the dude from
72.
Depeche Mode.
well, one I will say
Hold on. How old is this fucking guy? I will
He's
fuck him up.
older
And
than
then
us.
Paul can film it, and
It
we'll,
is late 50s.
we'll put it out as a special episode.
Bonus
Me
content.
beating him. Like, this is because Adam hates him too.
This one's for Adam, you
Sin-
fucker.
I will say this, that since the
God,
Skinny
this
List
hurts.
since the Skinny Lister episode, we actually have a full 1% from the United Kingdom of listenership.
Yeah?
Yeah.
And
yeah,
that 1% is the
Yeah,
fucking
and
the dude
one-
from
one of
Depeche
them-
Mode.
Chances of
Well,
yes.
book a flight now, bitch.
Yeah, yeah.
you from Depeche Mode listening.
I live closer to Philadelphia Airport.
There you
than
go.
Newark,
Depeche Mode Dave.
so.
All right, so we have another drink.
Oh, yeah.
What is our second drink here from
Still working on
Booze
the
of
first
Vinyl?
The second
Volume
one,
2. There you
also
go.
incredibly creative. It is called a Depeche Mode.
Yes.
Depeche Mood, I'm
They-
sorry. I read
Oh,
that like
Depeche
Paul.
Mood.
Oh,
Ooh.
They stayed up all night writing
I'm
that
the
one.
illiterate one today. So, the band takes its name, Depeche Mode, from a French fashion magazine. The phrase essentially means fashion dispatch or fashion news. I knew I hated them for a reason. So,
Yeah.
here we play off the French word for peach to create a sparkling drink featuring peaches.
Peachin'?
and French-
Peachin'?
Featuring peaches. I'm trying not to laugh.
Peachin'.
Peach.
French mint.
Ooh.
Effervescent and fresh. It's exactly what you want to be sipping as side B
Wait.
propels
Is
you
there-
into deeper darkness and dancing.
Is there mint
Are
in
we
this?
missing something with
I mean, there would be,
mint
but
ingredients?
listen, our host doesn't always provide all the ingredients.
I
Did you have any mint growing outside?
No, I don't. I
All
I
this
actually forgot there was
shit
supposed to
around
be
here?
mint. Yeah.
I can
What?
And
look
you don't
around.
have mint?
What?
I said all this shit growing out here and you
Yeah,
don't,
we don't have mint. Yeah, we don't have
I
mint.
got a
So,
fuckload of mint in my house.
well, you know.
Tom could have brought fresh mint.
I know. Well, Tom had
I brought
the, he
lemons,
had the
too.
recipe. Just saying.
Could have made juleps.
He said.
You
He said.
told me all I
said-
needed was the goddamn Amaro
Actually-
and the ginger beer.
actually,
you
you-
fuck.
I thought you said that.
No, he asked and you confirmed.
Okay. Well, whatever. So,
I
shit.
mean,
I
I
had
might
something-
have some mint lifesavers in my purse.
I don't think
That'll
that's-
work.
I don't- So one of the things that actually I will say about this
Nice.
is that where it said as it propels us into side B into deeper darkness. So this is an album that I will say, because I felt the same thing about The Queen is Dead. This is an album where I think the B side is better than the A side. So I think the album, once you
Can I see the album?
Where does the
let's see
B
it.
side start?
That's what I'm figuring out.
Because I listen to it on Spotify.
the B side, oh shit, that doesn't help. Let's see if it breaks it down on here. Let's see. It does not break it down there, but it does have all the lyrics. The B side starts with "Enjoy the Silence," which I will agree. I think this is an album that I would probably renumber and align, because I do think the B side is better than the A side on this album.
I would also realign the songs and just have like a couple of them be like the first couple of songs.
Yeah.
So then I'd have to listen to the rest of it.
Oh, really?
I know. I would think I would get rid of a couple of these songs completely,
All right.
and there'd only be like 4 songs on the album at that point.
Wow.
Maybe
I see.
maybe
I-
6.
I like this episode because this is what I want. Like I was talking about for season 2, where like I want
I
guests
think
on the episode
Who hate the album?
Who hate the
you
album?
need
Like
to assign them to people. I'm
Yeah, I
telling
like
you.
No,
this
because
is
that's
a-
not
brought
going
this
to
up
work. That is
before,
not
and
going to work.
I love that Kristen mentioned it last week. It was like you should have somebody that fucking hates the
Well,
album.
no,
Yeah, like,
and then bring in the apologist.
we're gonna
Yeah.
we're gonna try that. We're gonna talk about
like
that
this
actually
is like
off camera.
that's
But
that's to me that's interesting. Is like
I'll
us
come for
all
any
not liking
one,
the album and
so.
Paul trying to convince us that this is a good album.
And normally I'm totally.
That's good to me. I would listen to that podcast.
Normally I'm on Paul's side with a lot of this stuff. I thought I would be this time. I don't know what's wrong. It just didn't happen for
menopause.
me. Yeah, let's blame menopause.
Yes, we're
sure.
blaming menopause.
I blame menopause for like most things.
Yes, but no,
Why was I late to work today? Fucking
Menopause.
menopause. I had a hot flash.
There you go. What are you gonna do? No, I really, I think the second side is better than the first side of this, which is crazy because it's like one of my favorite, albums. It definitely is dark. It's definitely brooding. I don't
Paul's
know,
just
man.
beaten down and depressed.
I am. Oh my god! You know what? You guys are making me so sad. I'm gonna put
I say,
Violator on.
Paul's gonna go listen to this album afterwards because he's so fucking sad that none of us like it.
Katie, put on the eyeliner, baby.
Yeah.
Put on the dark eyeliner.
Get your eyeliner and
So-
black lipstick on.
Yes, black
It's gonna be-
lipstick,
it's gonna be
Where's
a night.
yours?
Hmm?
Where's yours?
Oh no, I don't, trust me. I'll have mine on. Don't worry.
Okay.
Don't worry. I always
You wear
I
his
always think
regardless of what he's
Like
listening
the
to.
Saturday Night Live skit with Azriel.
Nope, not familiar.
What the heck? It's
Chris
that
Kattan.
Chris Kattan.
Yeah.
And they're like, what is it? Like talk show or something?
I feel like this is like the third
Like
time
a
we've
goth-
talked about this in the podcast.
Probably.
a goth
We
talk
might
show
have.
or something?
Yeah, it's Goth Talk. That's what it was.
Goth
Goth talk. Yes.
Okay. So no, I really do. I like this album. I know you guys hate it. Everybody hates me. Now I feel like, sad. Oh, funny story about
Paul's
Depeche
gonna
Mode.
go eat worms.
Yes, I am. Funny thing about not funny thing about Depeche Mode. Apparently, so
Nothing about them is funny.
Yeah.
there was a
Very
club.
serious. This
Yes.
Yes, there was an after hours club down on 2nd Street in Old City, called the Black Banana, right? And
that
so
sounds fucking not like
so
Yeah.
so
the Black Banana.
the way that after hours clubs work in Pennsylvania is that you have to sign in. You have to it's only for members, and if you're a non-member, you have to sign in, right? So apparently, after playing in Philadelphia, Depeche Mode went to the Black Banana, and then they walk up and they go, "Oh, hey guys, you all need to sign in," and they refuse to sign in. And we're like, no, you just need to let us in. They're like, no, you need to sign in, because I guess Depeche Mode thought they were just like trying to like get their autographs and shit like that. They're like, no, you really need to sign in, like to the point where the cops had to be called.
Like, no, our state was
Oh.
founded by Quakers, so we have fucked up alcohol
have
laws.
weird
So you need to
rules.
sign in.
What did you say that guy's name was from the band that's going to fight me?
Dave.
Hey, Dave, I have a
Man.
slogan Depeche Mode can use free of charge. It's music made for and by assholes.
Wow.
Damn.
Wow. That's
I'm gonna
Yikes.
fucking diss the doorman. Fuck you. Little hippie bitch.
that's coming from someone who works in a bar, works
So
in the business.
they
so
do
he
have
knows.
an album called Music
I'm
for
also
the
quick to
Masses.
tell somebody to get
Yes.
the fuck out. So,
There
So
Yes,
it could
yes,
be
you are.
music for the asses.
Music
There's a reason they were hanging out at the Black Bananas.
music for the gypsies.
We
Yes.
don't call them gypsies. That's
No,
not
the
politically
one-
correct
the
anymore.
ones
when
that's-
you start trying to fight a cab driver out in front of my bar, you're gypsies.
Yeah.
Oh,
Paul
goodness.
was there that night.
Holy shit.
Yeah, that was a fun night. That was
Yeah.
pretty funny.
Trying to fucking go break out a fight, and I'm like, oh, that's the Uber driver they're fighting.
Yeah.
Cool.
And then the dude's family were fighting him.
Yeah.
They're like, stop it!
They were kicking his ass.
They're
the whole
kicking
time.
his ass. He's trying to fight the Uber driver, and all the cops show up. They're like,
Oh
"What
my
happened?" I'm
God.
like, "I don't know."
That
Man, they
poor
were all
Uber
drunk.
driver
What
was
do you
just
think?
like,
What do you think the percentage of our listeners are gypsies? Like 8%?
Oh, at least. I mean, if they're listening to this, at least
They live in their
8%.
fucking cars.
They
They're probably
do.
listening to the radio.
They do. So, do you like that? You like
Everybody
that?
shut
that's
the fuck
great.
up.
So, no, I
Which we'll talk about that when we get
yes, I mean, I don't think I can say it enough. I really do like this album. This album is one of the things that like definitely got me, because I heard this album first before I heard Depeche Mode before I heard the Smiths, or I knew I heard the Smiths, and that all the Depeche Mode, The Cure, the Smiths, like that all kind of was music that Susie and the Banshees. Even though they're not English, 9 Inch Nails, like this is all stuff from like that like early high school years that like definitely like I
Now,
love.
are you grouping 9 Inch Nails in with Depeche Mode because
Yes.
of around the time frame that you heard it, or because of
Because
the
the
music
sound
itself?
as well, the music itself
Really?
too. Yes, because
When I think Depeche Mode, I do not think 9 Inch Nails at all.
you don't think 9 Inch Nails is one guy. Like that's all 9 Inch Nails is. That whole first album is Trent Reznor
Yeah.
with a bunch of electronic shit, synthesizers and drum machines and doing the vocals. It's in there. It's got the same type of beats. It's got the you know what I mean. All that stuff is
Yeah,
there.
that would explain
Which is
why-
that's just the other thing too. That's actually
probably why I don't like 9 Inch Nails either.
this. I fucking thought of this too. I don't know. No. I'm gonna call bullshit on you. 100% bullshit. Not liking this because if this
I'm
album
gonna
wasn't
sit
out,
back while you
this
argue.
album and
Trust me.
albums like this weren't out,
I know.
you wouldn't like that fucking Postal Service
I
bullshit.
fucking knew you were going to say
That's where it's
Postal Service.
going. This is like you got Interpol, you got Postal Service that are all basically inspired from this album.
Yeah, but the only difference between this and Postal Service is I can put on the fucking Postal Service album and I can tell the difference where one song ends and one song starts.
Oh, you can tell that on here. Like
Yeah,
there's
I
usually
can-
a little pause.
Yeah, I can tell where
They
one
start the
song
same loop over again.
I can tell where one song ends and Personal Jesus starts, and then I can tell where another song ends and fucking Enjoy the Silence starts, and then that's it.
Oh man. So, but no, I'm just saying, like when you think of those bands that you do like, this music inspired that sound, that electronic.
Oh
the
no,
beats
I'm
with,
not doubting that.
other
I'm
stuff
just
to
saying,
it.
like yeah, was Postal Service probably inspired by Depeche Mode? Absolutely, but it's sad when the band that was inspired by gets trumped, in my opinion, by the album by the band that
okay.
were inspired.
Number one, Postal Service doesn't trump this album. That's number one.
I
Number two, though,
I disagree.
Number two, though, if you're going to be inspired by something, you should trump it.
Exactly. Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
You should. It should never be a.
You don't want to be the great value brand of that.
Yes. Yeah. It should never be a exact copy. You should take inspiration and then expand on it. And in my opinion, Postal Service may have done that with Depeche Mode, and they expanded on it, and it's a better album.
They didn't expand on it. They did something with it, but I wouldn't say expanded on it.
Give Up is a better album than Violator. I'll say that. You have me on the record. That album is better than Violator.
All right. So what are we drinking here? What do we have?
This is the Depeche Mood.
Depeche Mood.
This is basically peach tree and bourbon and ginger beer. So, yeah, obviously we're missing the mint. If you give me 10 minutes to walk around your yard, I could probably find mint growing.
It's okay. All right.
Feel weird. Can that just be bonus content? Like we pause it and then it's just Tom
comes back with some rosemary
through the fucking
foraging. He finds some mushrooms.
I planted mint like 15 years ago in my dad's yard, and I live 2 doors down now. And it's fucking everywhere. It took over everything.
Oh yeah,
nice.
You have to keep.
But
it
no, I love it. I love it because the bugs away.
Yeah, I say the mint's good because it keeps like pests away.
My rabbits love it.
Yeah,
okay.
I also just love mint. So when I'm making ice cream or drinks or something, I will always go pull mint.
Does it help with ticks, keeping the tick population down?
Apparently, ticks are bad this year.
I don't know.
Yeah, fucking tell me about it. I know. I've had.
Did you have one?
I've had.
I know it's.
So
I've had ticks on me. In me, we found one in Regina's hair.
You had one in you.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
in him.
like you.
Oh no!
Wow.
That's it.
I'm like
in the pee hole.
No,
I've
never had a tick on the pee hole.
So apparently, you should call for like prophylactic antibiotics immediately when you get.
You know,
we
Reese's don't need prophylactics. The Weiss family does not do prophylactics.
No, you're right. They don't. I just found this out though.
It's not get fucking crazy.
Wait, that the Weisses don't use
No,
prophylactics?
about the antibiotics.
Ticks are real bad, so
Or
you can
ticks.
get your yard sprayed this
Can
year.
you? Okay.
I would.
Katai is a hairdresser in Texas.
Oh yeah.
And she's like, "Hey, I just had a first at work," and I'm like, "What was that?" She's like, "I was cutting a little kid's hair, and there was a fucking tick on his head." And I'm like, "Did you take it out?" And she's like, "Yeah." I'm like, "Did you grab it as close to the fucking like skin as possible?" She's like, "Yeah, I fucking took some of the skin with it." I'm like, "Oh, that's good."
Yeah, it's good.
So that's the right way to do it.
Yeah.
Sort of,
All right, so
maybe.
we are
Depeche Mood.
Depeche Mood.
Depeche
Mood.
Oh, I've already taken like 3 sips.
Oh, well, we haven't. Thanks for
I
waiting
enjoy-
for us,
I-
asshole.
I enjoy it.
Yes.
Oh yeah, I could fucking drink this. I could drink this all fucking day.
It
Yeah.
tastes like ginger ale.
This is like a wedding drink.
I was gonna say
Yep.
we've said it before
I
about
like-
the drinks in this book, but this tastes like a signature drink at a wedding.
This is
Yes.
this is some like knockoff cheap brand ginger beer.
The Goths got married.
The
They didn't just have free marital sex. They got married
They-
and had the Depeche
They
Mood.
fucking got married.
They got married.
Now they have little goth
Aw.
babies. That's how the movie
You
ends.
think
If
they
this
got-
was good
they-
ginger beer, this would be a better drink.
They got married on Halloween though, right?
Mhm. Oh
Absolutely.
yeah, and it was a Nightmare Before Christmas themed
Themed
wedding.
wedding.
Yeah,
Definitely.
They went.
Or no, it wasn't. No, it wasn't.
The reception
Crow.
was in a mall
Thank
food
you.
court. The
You
crow.
said it, Crow.
Crow.
The Crow. You know, which
Can't
they
rain all
were
the
supposed to
time.
get married on Halloween.
It's upsetting.
That is upsetting.
R.I.P. Brandon Lee.
Brandon Lee.
Yeah.
Brandon Lee. There you go. He was sexy. Okay. All right. There you go. All right. So so you guys all hate this album, and I love it.
And hate. Just
Nobody
shy,
said hate.
Just shy of hate.
Nobody said hate.
You
If I
said-
listen
you
to it again,
said
I might
hate.
fucking hate it.
Wow.
Fucking emo motherfucker.
If I listen to it again, the fucking
Why do you
godfather of Philly emo
Why
right here.
do you guys hate me?
If
The
Paul had
the
hair,
guy
it would
literally
be like
invented
this
Philly emo.
in his face.
So Paul,
He had hair.
everyone besides you at this table does not like this album.
Hates it.
But there's a sweet baby angel upstairs who named Katie. Now, how does Regina
How does
feel about
Katie
this
feel
album?
about this album?
Actually, I don't know. Actually,
How
I
does
don't know.
Katie? Because I used to ask
Katie likes Depeche Mode a
before.
lot,
I used to ask
I don't
Katie
know,
how
actually.
she felt about the album, but I would tell her not to tell me how Regina felt about it.
I will say. Well, I will say this. I mean, actually, I don't
Text
know that.
Katie. I have Katie's number.
Okay, yeah, text her, see how she feels about this album. I don't know if she definitely hasn't heard the album this week. I know that much. We actually were, and I don't know if I said this on the Skinny Lister episode. I know I told Skinny Lister this, but
That you love them.
besides that, last October, Depeche Mode was touring, and they were coming through Philly. And me and Katie were talking about going to see Depeche Mode, reverse to last February when last February when we saw Skinny Lister with Flogamali over in Bethlehem. I know it was the February before. I don't know. At any rate, there was a point we were talking about where we saw
And then
Skinny
I wore
Lister.
an onion on my belt because that was the style at the time.
What? What does that
You're
have
like
to do
Abe
with
Simpson
Abe
telling
Simpson.
a story.
Oh, okay. At any rate,
Jesus.
so
It was 1984.
The Kaiser stole all of our zeros.
so at any rate, we were talking to Skinny Lister, and that's when they said they were coming back to Philly in the fall. They were coming in October, and so we were like, well, then we're not going to get tickets to Depeche Mode. Then we're going to go see Skinny Lister. But I know Katie was interested in going to the Depeche Mode concert.
I was actually talking to one of the people that work for me. He was wearing a Depeche Mode T-shirt this past week, and I was like, oh, I have to fucking talk about that Depeche Mode album.
That horrible
this weekend.
garbage album.
And he's like, oh, this is their. He sent me like a YouTube link for the album that they were touring recently. And I was like, I'm not gonna listen to it. Like based on this shit,
not
I'm
gonna
not
do
gonna listen
it.
to it.
Wow. I don't know that I would either, because honestly, I didn't really listen to much Depeche Mode after this album either. So I kind of get that. I get that.
And for good,
so-
good reason.
So you wanted to know?
I wanted to know what Regina thought of this album.
This is a like, which honestly surprised the hell out of me. I thought it was going to be an indifferent, but she, and even to the point where like the first time I played it, I'm like, oh shit, she likes this. There
What
must
did
be.
you find like a Miss Rachel sings Depeche Mode?
No, no. I was
How'd
just
you get
like,
her to like this shit.
Steve,
I didn't get her.
Blues
Well,
Clues.
that's the thing. She liked it immediately when I put it on. I'm like, something's up. We got to listen to this a few more times, and we did. And she listened and she liked it, and she was singing along, and you know what I mean. So I don't know, man. Maybe you know, at 18 months old, she likes everything. I don't know, but you know, I know Coco's scaring her now, so there's that. So
Oh,
Coco,
movie?
like
the movie,
Pixar
yeah,
Coco?
yeah.
Huh.
So she's definitely has, you know, other emotions than
Oh.
like so.
sounds like somebody else doesn't like Mexicans.
She just gets
You guys
scared.
are so awful.
Well, if her Uncle Adam wasn't saying such bad things
Maybe
about the
Adam's
Mexican people,
whispering in her
I
ear
know.
about Mexicans.
he's like, their beer is so bad.
terrible unless it's Modelo.
Well, that's not true.
I was behind a Modelo
Unless it's-
truck the other day, and I thought of
unless it's
Adam.
the two Modelos, not the fucking
I like-
Chelada.
Pacifico is great.
Yeah.
Pacifico's not
Yeah.
bad.
Right?
No. So
Victoria is the best shit ever.
So what
I
she
think continue.
what she gets scared of is in the first scene where the boy's running over the bridge and realizing like there's all these like are in the
Oh,
graveyard and it's just all these skeletons. And you see her just getting upset. She starts to
Just
cry, but she's not
skip-
looking away.
Skip the scene.
Well, no, it's not
So
one
for
of those-
like 100 years, I didn't know that there was a whole scene at the beginning of Finding Nemo where his mom dies. I had no idea that existed because
That's how that movie opens.
I know my sister used to skip it because it upset my nephew.
Oh, I was
okay.
gonna say we
So-
were adults when that
What
came
the
out.
fuck?
Every-
What the-
Every time I saw that movie, I was with
It's
my
like that
nephew.
sets the whole tone of why the dad's so neurotic and shit.
Right. Well, every time I saw the movie, I was with my
Alright,
nephew,
that makes sense.
and
Wow.
I had no idea that scene
Yeah.
existed.
No,
So,
I really was. I was been like, we were adults. Are you really? What are you? Yeah.
Yeah. No.
Okay.
Poured one into
I'm
the other. We'll see
sensitive.
how this goes.
Oh,
I'm
really?
sensitive, Paul. They had to skip it for me.
Okay.
Interesting.
All right. All
I
right.
had half of each. I was like, fuck it. Let's
I
keep
like
going.
the
See what
second
happens.
drink. This
So-
one's good.
No, I like this drink too. This is real drinkable. Tom has mixed the drinks.
It's better.
Is it?
Yeah.
Okay.
I still
Do you
got
mind?
half a Kristen's.
How about
I'm gonna
It still
take.
smells like gin, but now it doesn't taste like.
Can I get your spoon? I'm gonna follow Tom's suit. and-
Oh, that's nice. That's nice.
Yeah,
That's real nice.
It's like the first drink needed a little. Why don't you just use the spoon? You
because I didn't realize what I was doing.
you fucking ding dong. He's never
What is
used the
that?
spoon.
I'm not.
I mean, what does that end?
It's pretty
for?
fucking clear.
Muddler.
I listen.
Oh,
you
like
just
for
handed it to me.
muddling?
I don't know. I've never used it for anything.
I-
I have a muddler in the kit.
I
that I
blindly
carry.
just grabbed it and just started stirring.
This fucking guy.
All right. All right, we're
So
gonna start.
Tom, now that you've created this new drink, what do you want to call this? What
I'm not getting
what
involved. in this.
what real lazy fucking name? Just pick a song.
We're
Halo.
gonna-
We're gonna call it the Halo.
The blue dress.
Yes, I like that. I like the Halo. I like the Halo. That's what you call it. Not
Oh, no,
the video
blue-
game.
Blue dresses. I like the
Blue
blue dress better.
Maybe it's the policy of truth.
Maybe we should listen to better music.
Oh wow!
Do you want to try the blue dress?
Wow! Wow! So
Oh,
good.
did you do the same thing? You just mix them both together.
Yeah.
Deja
It's better.
still.
Nope, still don't like it.
Let's get into season 2 real fucking quick.
Yeah. Wow. All right. So we'll start to my right. Tom, top 3 songs.
I'll stop my hipster notebook. Top 3. Enjoy the Silence. Waiting on the Night and Policy of Truth
Okay.
are my top 3.
All right. Kristen?
I have to go with popular songs. Policy of Truth, Enjoy the Silence, and World in My Eyes.
Okay. Adam, top 3 songs.
I have a top 2.
Okay. All right. That's fair. That is fair.
Actually, I have a top 1.5.
Okay.
Oh no.
I have a Personal Jesus with a shout out to the Marilyn Manson cover. And
No,
the
that's terrible.
the Johnny Cash version, okay. But I will still mention it. And my number half is the first 4 minutes and 20 seconds of Enjoy the Silence, because everything after that is fucking a waste of my goddamn time.
But did you not get the artistry in the
totally.
30-second silence where you're supposed to enjoy the silence?
Yeah, totally. That's exactly what I got. Why the fuck am I still listening to this? I got I should start timing this like the fucking Cure album.
I was gonna say, we know Adam doesn't like long intros and outros.
Well, I was waiting to see if there was going to be mouth for the
I'm
outros.
fine with long intros and outros as long as it brings something to the table, not just a waste of my fucking time.
Okay, all right. Well, then what?
So that's my 1.5. My 1.5 is Personal Jesus in the first 4 minutes and 20 seconds of Enjoy the Silence.
All right. So what's your least favorite then?
Again, this album holds no real estate in my brain. I'm not even giving it. I don't even think about this album enough to give it a least favorite.
Wow. Okay. You know what? I just realized I did not give my 3 favorites, so
You didn't.
I will do that. Which is, Enjoy the Silence. See, I know A Policy of Truth, and then
It's because you didn't prepare.
it's because I didn't prepare. It's actually probably Sweetest Perfection.
Actually, can I change my answer for least favorite?
Yeah.
The other 40 minutes that aren't the 2 songs that I listen, because it's all the same fucking song.
Wow. Nah. So yeah. So fuck you. All right. Kristen, what is
My
your least favorite?
is Sweetest Perfection.
Sweetest Perfection. Okay. Tom, least favorite.
I wrote the first 4 tracks, but probably Halo.
Okay, and then my least favorite is Personal Jesus. Actually, like I know it's their poppy one. I think it's their biggest hit.
I don't like it.
I don't like Personal Jesus, and
No,
I don't like any versions of it either.
No.
It's such a drag.
And again, I just want to say the reason I picked Personal Jesus in the first 4.5 minutes of Enjoy the Silence, it's because it's the 2 fucking songs I knew in this album going into it.
Yeah, everybody knows those 2.
Yeah.
For sure.
I didn't realize that I knew Enjoy the Silence until it started playing. I'm like, oh fuck, I do know this.
Yeah,
so.
it's such a good song.
Cool. Can I get a beer?
Yeah, my
please?
top 3
Oh, wait,
are
I still have a
songs
beer.
from another
I'll
album
still take another beer.
by Depeche.
I'm gonna like triple fist it. Nice, thank you.
Yeah,
Do we
have
have
one of those yet, right?
No.
You have
That'd
any
actually be a
hands?
good name. Well, Paul, what was the name of your punk band? Violator Vibes?
Violator Vibes. Yeah.
Violator Vibes' first album is called Songs from Another Album.
Oh, there you go. That's actually not bad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's actually really good.
I'm good at this.
All right, so
Great Reward is my
normally what we
favorite
would do
album.
here is the Discogs value, but like I said, I did no preparation for this episode whatsoever, so we can't
Wait.
actually say.
How long does it
I
take
have
you to
the
look one of
thing.
them up?
I'm not
Can
doing
I
it.
go
It
get the
doesn't
thing?
matter.
You're gonna get embarrassed.
Go get it,
That's
yeah.
why you don't want to just
What do you
admit
get?
that
No,
he's got
so
the big D.
so what we did was
bring
Because
cake?
as
I
Adam's
didn't bring cake.
agent, I was willing to just fucking. Oh, you want your $80?
Yeah.
Take it, bitch, because we're still gonna beat you.
it's all good.
Because
No,
I
I
think this
think-
album goes for $6 because nobody wants to
No,
buy it.
I think when we looked it up last week, what were we saying? It was like $35-$40, something like that.
forget,
Either way,
that's
it is-
a crime.
it is not. Well, I have like
That's the thing. He doesn't have just like he has a.
I have like 180
anniversary,
gram. Like
he's got a
Unless it
a
was
specific-
owned by Jesus, it shouldn't be worth.
well,
more
it
than
was his
$15.
personal copy.
It was, yeah, it's
Did you
just-
Was it?
see what I did there?
I did.
Did you like that? Yeah. You
Oh,
sent
don't
me
you go
that.
stand in
Nobody
the corner
likes
again?
that, Paul.
I don't like you guys. Today's like the worst episode. I don't know why you guys.
No,
do it.
actually, I think this
None
is
of
really
you-
good.
none of you-
a really good episode.
None of you are
Funny.
coming back for season 2. Goddamn, especially you.
It's
just
just
Paul.
gonna be Paul sitting talking to himself.
It's just
I
Paul
was
and
the
it's
illiterate
Paul
one
and the
today.
Snoop Dogg cutout just fucking.
You know what? That might be a really good episode. Actually,
What do you think, Snoop?
Be like, oh shit,
Really?
Paul lost his mind.
I have. If you guys have actually watched some of the bonus episodes, I
Yeah.
have talked to
Yeah, you
Snoop.
have.
I
Do
do.
you answer as Snoop, or do you just pause and
Did
wait?
I wait.
I
I
think if you
hear.
answer
I
as
hear Snoop
Snoop,
talking.
You hear him in
If
your
you
head.
answered as Snoop, it would
Do you ever-
probably
do you ever see
get
the way
pretty
that you're
racist.
supposed to-
You gotta not do that. I'm just saying, like you would.
Did you ever see the videos of me being Snoop introducing the next episode?
No, don't do
I
that.
No,
do that
but
on-
I mean,
there's
I
a
would
couple of
probably-
those on TikTok.
I would burn those.
Just
They're
for
pretty
the
fun.
record, I texted
Oh, good
Katie and
Lord.
said thoughts on Depeche Mode Violator, and she said mine are Regina's. And I said yours, and she said I like it. I think it has the most of the Depeche Mode songs I like.
There
on
you
it.
go. There you go. And that's why I
So-
married that
You
beautiful
two are
woman.
meant
Yeah,
for
say
each
so.
other.
You fucking idiots are made for each other.
Yes, we are. Yes, we are. All right. So So what it basically comes down to is that this album is not worth $167.
No.
So
What-
I think
what
like my total's like maybe like just under $900.
I think
like
what your total
something.
is less than mine.
It is less than yours, which is $1,040. So Kristen, present Adam with the big D.
Do you want to put it on me?
Sure.
Give him your big
I don't
D.
think this chain is gonna fit.
That's not gonna fit.
That's a choker. You're not gonna be able to see it under my beard.
Very goth.
That is so good.
Very
All right,
fitting.
here, like, I'll hold the beard up.
Hold
the beard. Now here's the thing, Adam. You know you have to wear that on every episode in season 2.
That's
now.
fine. It's never coming off
You need
again.
to get another chain.
Yeah, it's never
You
coming
need to
off.
get something obnoxious.
Also,
It
that
was-
might turn your like
It was
neck green.
95 cents on Temu.
There you go. So, and I just want to point out, it's a very small D. It's not really
But
that
it's
big.
encrusted with jewels.
But
Yes.
you should get a giant one and
It's
fucking
like-
mount that on it.
that
and then
D has a
wear
Prince
like
Albert.
an obnoxious.
So
It's a
Adam,
good look,
Adam's
Adam.
because of fucking Steel Train. Actually, at this point, it's probably more than just Steel
Fucking
Train.
Steel
that-
Train.
that-
Because
taking it
let's
out.
be honest, it's because of all 25 of my albums.
Mainly Steel Train.
Yeah.
But because of that, you have the biggest D. You have won the Discogs
I have.
value. So Discogs value is going to change a little bit for season 2. Because you got some work to do before you leave today.
I'm gonna
Do
go
you want
bury that
to
hooker that we
compete to
killed
see
earlier.
who has
Mhm.
between the 4 who has
Nobody
the,
told
who has the
me
highest?
about that.
Well, okay, so we can talk
I
about it
guess
more, but
Yeah.
basically
they
it
don't
was
need my
my
help.
idea was the 3 because if we're going 4, he actually won't have enough
She's not
records
good with the
to
shovel.
go with.
No,
You know
I
what I
don't
mean?
go
Yeah,
with
you're
So
right.
that's why I was
shovel at
going to kind of keep that up. But at any rate, I'll explain it in season 2 what we're going to do regarding the listeners Discogs value, but we will have a Discogs value for the listeners, Adam's and mine, to find out who has the biggest D of season 2.
I don't
But
think the listeners should be eligible for
no,
that
they're eligible.
anyway.
It's eligible. They have a third of the episode, so it's eligible.
They take the time to
I think
listen
that
to us.
has to be the competition between the two of you because it's always with brothers. It's always like the dick measuring contest.
No.
Everything is like that.
Listen, I'll let the crowd in. I want everybody involved. It's all inclusive, except for your stuff. Fuck you. So
My stuff is going to be
God,
trash.
He can't even.
I don't even get to pick albums. I'm picking.
no,
out
you
of a
do
book.
get. That's what I'm saying.
But I'm saying I'm very limited as to what I can pick.
Well,
He
one
can't-
of
he
one
can't
of one of
pronounce your
the
name.
one
He
of
thinks
the
your thoughts are bullshit.
I know one of the
Oh,
listener
so
picks
Tom
is yours.
I demand another listener pick that.
Tom has to pick from the Booze and Vinyl app.
Well, yeah, we're gonna talk. We're gonna have like so.
Otherwise, I'm not
Fucking
allowed on.
spoilers,
Oh.
Kristen.
If I'm
I
not
know.
making
Sorry.
drinks, I'm not allowed on.
Yes. So, but at any rate, so season 2 is going to consist of 36 episodes. It's going to be 10 of Adam's albums, 10 of my albums, 10 listener albums, and then 5 Booze and Vinyls plus a Christmas episode. We are going to redo the Christmas episode because that was fun. I enjoyed
That
the
was
Christmas.
so
That
much
was a
fucking
lot.
fun.
That was a good time. So we have to, and it's like our highest like listened
Yeah.
to album or episode of like all time. So it's like okay, cool. But
Tom, we'll find new.
I still got-
we'll
Wow.
find new
Dude,
sweaters
I
to
think we should
coordinate.
match again.
Yeah,
though.
that's what I say.
think
No,
we
I
have
say
to
we'll
match.
find new sweaters to
Yes.
match with.
yes,
Yeah,
different
I'm
ones.
good with that.
You could wear a cold miser and I'll wear a heat miser.
We'll figure out
Yeah.
figure something out between the two of us for
There
sure.
you go. And so
We're gonna make this happen.
as what you got? What are you doing?
I
Fucking-
kicked him.
She's putting her fucking foot in my space, Paul. I told you I didn't want this shit.
Listen, I already know you were worried about the menstruation with having a woman on
Yeah.
the thing that the bears would come.
The
and take
menstruation attracts bears,
it.
Paul.
I know, but it's okay.
No, you guys were all just worried that your cycles would sync up with mine. That's all.
No, our cycles have been so.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I'm
so-
46 years old. I don't have to worry about that right now.
Yeah, but at any rate, so part of winning the big D
Yes.
is that you get to pick the first episode of next season. Now, we will still be having the box of Michael. I don't want anybody to think that we're like getting rid of Michael Stripe.
We're not evicting Michael Stripe.
We're not evicting Michael Stripe. It's just kind of one of those things like, well, how do we pick this? How do we pick the first episode of next season? Well, the way we're doing it is he gets the option of whatever out of all the albums.
If you guys remember from 89 years ago, we didn't pick a random episode for our first episode for the pilot of this season as well. So it only makes sense that we would do it something like this.
Absolutely. So you know what all the albums are, with the exception of Booze and Vinyl ones. So
Yes.
do I. You two do not know them. What is episode 1 of season 2 going to be?
So episode 1 of season 2. Before I go into what it is, I wanted to give a shout out to my eldest child, my daughter, the love of my life. Today's June 9th. She is 19 years old
Oh,
Yeah.
Haley!
So let's give it up for Haley.
Hell yeah, Haley.
Haley, 19.
Fuck yeah.
today. So today is her 19th birthday. So I feel like it should only be fitting that I should pick the album she submitted as a listener album for the first album of. Also, I just honestly I want to get
You wanna get it out of the way?
I want to
Yeah,
get that fucking
okay.
thing out of the way because I hate it.
All right.
So we're gonna go with
Good
of
to
mice
know.
of mice and men, self-titled. Of mice and men of mice and men.
Of Mice and
the
Men.
fuck is of mice and men?
You don't trust
besides-
me. You're
okay.
better
It's
off
a
not.
book.
You're better off.
Well,
not
I know the
knowing.
book. I saw the play on Broadway, for Christ's sake.
Yes, yes.
You're better off not knowing.
So
Okay.
in next week's episode, who's Lenny?
Hopefully we can get her, and then she's Lenny.
She's Lenny. Okay,
Yeah.
cool. Don't bring any bunnies.
I
Yeah.
won't.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Am
not a good- not a
I
good
invited
week.
No,
next episode?
She was.
No,
ju-
no,
she-
no.
You don't want to
Yeah.
be invited
No,
next
it's good.
episode. Trust me.
Okay then.
Oh,
Having,
that's good.
having
Okay.
to listen to this fucking album
I
as
like
much
that.
as I
It's
have,
not
you
bad.
don't want to be invited for this album.
Good to know.
That's good. Yeah. So that'll be good, and it's actually our first listener pick.
Yes.
So we do have little questionnaires on our Spotify, which Adam did not know about until like 3 weeks ago.
Again, I use Apple Music.
Yes, but we've talked about it before. and
No. I know we've talked about it, but like I didn't know that like you had like I know you had like little questionnaires.
Yeah.
I just didn't know what they
Pretty much
Yeah.
just me and Megan answering the questions.
Yeah,
by the
And,
way.
no, Kristen answers.
Sometimes
Oh,
Kristen
Kristen
answers.
answers.
Yeah, Kristen answers.
But the
Yeah.
only thing there was the
Every
one,
time I see one comment, I'm like, I bet it's Megan. Yep, it's Megan.
there was one where it was like, what should my name be for the next
Yeah,
week's
yeah,
episode?
yeah.
Like I don't know what you fucking put on them. I know you put
Yeah.
them, but like
Like the Who Heard Adam one.
They're
There you
not there every week.
Yeah, that was good. Who heard Adam? That was the Adele episode. Who heard
Oh,
Adam?
yeah.
Who Heard Adam.
That was good. No, so that's gonna be our first listener pick is gonna be of Mice and Men, the self-titled. I'm pretty excited about having Haley on here.
yeah,
We have talked about Haley a few times on season 1. You have to like
Gonna
think
have another
back.
broad on the episode.
I know. Probably our youngest guest.
Yeah.
Although then technically Regina was on the specials episode.
True,
So
she was.
and she was only like, I don't know, she's
She
4
was
months old,
6
5
days-
months
she
old,
was
something
6
like
days
that.
old at
Yeah,
that point.
she wasn't that old. But no, this will be good. And as we have mentioned before, Adam's oldest daughter is blind.
Yeah.
So that'll be.
Regina turned 18.
So she'll be
months,
facing that way when we're
Yeah. Yes, we're gonna turn her facing
That's
like
mean.
of course it's mean. Come
Yeah,
on.
obviously.
Yeah, duh. Trust me, she has
all
to
good
sense of
jokes
humor
are
that can
based on just
Mean
being
stuff.
a dick.
Yeah.
Yeah. The best jokes are the mean
Yes.
spirit.
But yeah, I will talk to her about
What if she says no?
she's not gonna
She's
say
not gonna
she's
say
not
no.
gonna say
No,
no.
trust me,
She's not
she
gonna say
fucking
no.
loves this.
She's
band.
not gonna say no, and she's gonna ask us to tag the lead singer of the fucking band.
Oh no, I'll tag her.
37,000 times.
I'll
'Cause
tag
every
him.
post she does, even if it's not this band related, she fucking tags.
Yeah,
us
she
too.
tags him. Yeah. She'll
She's-
be like, I
she's-
pooped today.
Yeah,
Austin Carlisle, or whatever the hell his
she's
name
a
is.
I
fuck-
need to see him.
She's a
Yes.
fucking stalker. You don't want to.
She
he from
doesn't.
around here?
She's never seen him.
Me
Yeah,
too.
she's
know
never
all
seen
about-
it.
She's never seen him once. So,
So rude. Is he from around here? Maybe I can
No,
kidnap him
no, he's not.
for her for his
No,
her birthday or something.
he currently lives in Costa Rica.
there you go. There you go with P Diddy. So on that note, that is the end of season 1, man. We let's give it up for season 1.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ,
Woo!
man.
Season
I-
one.
you know,
What a long
I
fucking
really,
trip it's
I will
been,
say,
buddy.
like when we first talked about doing this, I did not expect it to be over a year long for season 1. Season 2 is definitely shorter. We'll get into that
Ew.
at some point
It's
in
like
season
poor
2
man
to
Joey
one of the reasons
Fatone.
why it is
Yeah.
shorter.
He has some sort of disease
Oh,
disorder.
that's
When
not
this
Uh,
season started, your daughter was
Shouldn't
3
say
months
that.
old.
She
can't
was
remember what it
3
was.
months old, and now
I'll
she's
find
18
it.
months
My
old.
bad.
So you guys, I'm trying to do a sign off here.
We're talking.
Sorry.
to you.
Yeah, I
Don't
know.
worry
Can
about
you
it.
shut up?
Okay.
Can you please shut the fuck up for
Yes.
5 seconds?
Yes.
Jesus Christ, I'm trying to end this shit. God damn it.
Oh, I was supposed to say about Polly, what's her face from the.
Oh yeah.
I wore this to remind me.
Okay, there you go. We have something to add in here.
So Polly Noonan
Yes.
from the Lemonheads album cover
Yes.
was supposedly the girl at the end of Ferris Bueller's Day Off, where Rooney gets on the bus and sits next to the girl. And he's all like beaten down, and she's like, "Gummy bear, they're real warm and soft. They've been in my pocket."
Was it?
That's her.
Yes. So
More importantly, she was party guest
So-
number 3 in High Fidelity.
yes, and you
starring
don't-
Jack Black.
Sorry, Jack Black. Exactly. And Jack Black was in that fucking that movie High Fidelity.
Yeah.
Unlike Zach does not believe he is a Jack Black denier. We got to get him a T-shirt that says Jack Black denier. You know, he's like the flat earther of Jack Blacks.
Yeah.
I'm a Helen Keller denier. I don't think she was real. She couldn't have been real. Like that? Never mind. We'll get into that later.
Should we talk about this?
No. We're going to unpack this right now.
I'm just kidding.
Yeah, hold on. Season 1's not over yet. Let's do
Actually,
it.
what's better? As a Helen Keller denier, should we have you on next week to deny that Haley's actually blind?
I think she's thinking
Should
of
we do this?
She's thinking of Anne Frank, not Helen Keller. That's what it is.
No. She just denies the Holocaust.
I'm not really.
Oh, good
She
point.
is Italian.
Who?
And German.
What?
Yeah.
Stop.
The worst kind. All the access
Stop
guys.
it.
She's like a third Japanese too.
Stop.
German, Italian, and Japanese. That's what I heard.
But like, how did Helen
Actually, what was your
Keller?
ex-husband?
I say, wasn't your
He
ex-husband?
was Chinese.
No,
No.
definitely. No.
Oh, I think it was
My last
Japanese.
name was Yam. But seriously though, how did Annie Sullivan explain shit to her?
Because she's the
Like-
fucking miracle worker.
No.
Did you
okay.
not read the book or see the play?
Like, I get hot,
And the
cold.
movie?
I get like things like hot and cold.
No,
but,
you're
like,
thinking of Mask with fucking what's his name with
Eric
Cher.
Stoltz.
Eric
Yeah,
Stoltz
Eric
and
Stoltz.
But
Who
he
was
had
the original Marty McFly.
She
was.
had to,
Why you
like-
can never take that off?
No,
What are
I
you
noticed
doing?
that. I noticed that she had some slack and like
Yeah,
she had
'cause
some excess.
It should be on the
Oh.
tightest one. I couldn't get it on
No,
the tightest one.
No, it shouldn't.
Shut the fuck up! It should be on the tightest one.
So this is the actual loop for it, right there.
No, it's not. This
It
is.
is.
I don't know,
It's the
Paul.
real
I've been trying
one.
for 20
Yeah,
minutes
all
to
right.
end this episode.
All
and
right,
this
so when
season,
you
but
have-
these
when you have
guys.
a normal
I
night-
don't know what the
When somebody
fuck's
gets voted
going
off the
on.
island, Paul, at the end of this episode, we have to vote somebody off
But
the island.
I'm
back on
trying
your
to
team.
figure.
Okay?
Like,
Oh, Jesus.
I don't understand. Like, how did she explain like dream when literally all she was doing was signing shit into her hand? She couldn't see. She couldn't hear it. So, like, I get like hot and cold and soft and like adjectives
Kristen,
like that.
why-
But how?
Why are sunsets awesome? Why
But-
are blowjobs great? They just are.
But
She
you
just did. She's the fucking miracle worker.
couldn't. I don't understand it.
Divine intervention. How about we
is
just?
what
How about
I'm
we just
saying.
argue that?
Is I just don't
Jesus.
understand it. That's all.
Personal Jesus.
Your own.
Yeah, your own personal
Right.
Jesus.
You're advocating for like deaf and blind people to just be fired off a cliff? Is that
No,
what you're saying?
not at all.
That's it?
I'm
Do you-
just
do you-
saying I
Do you
don't
think that
understand
motherfucker
Because
wasn't
clearly
good at
they can't
pinball
be-
either?
how that
Because
shit
clearly
was
they
hot.
can't be
Yeah, the
taught
deaf double
anything.
blind kid sure played a mean
He
pinball.
sure did.
Yes, he did.
Deaf and blind people certainly they obviously can't learn anything, so they just
That's
got to be
not
blind.
what I'm
Exactly.
saying.
That's what I'm hearing, though.
I'm trying. I
There
don't
was a whole-
understand
There
how.
was a whole rock opera
I-
written about it. One of the greatest
Tommy,
albums
can
ever.
you hear me?
Yeah, well, obviously he can't,
I
Yeah.
love
but
that.
he knew how to play
I
fucking
love
pinball,
that
didn't he?
Rock opera is
So-
my favorite.
All right. So at any rate,
Jesus Christ.
What?
I don't know what happened here,
I
but
do.
this is
I
good.
love Tommy. But
That's-
anyway,
Tommy,
Let's get the show on the road. I got to go to the Black Banana.
I don't think
Black Banana. Let's give it up for Black. It's not there
I don't
anymore.
even have a drink.
I don't
Here,
have.
you
Yeah,
just
I don't
wanna
have
say-
any more.
All right. So
I got a Dale's Pale Ale.
yeah, that's a good one. First and foremost, thank you everybody for listening. Thank you for subscribing on whatever format you subscribe. Thank you for watching this on whatever you're watching on Spotify or YouTube.
Let's call it what it is. Thank you for putting up with our bullshit.
I know, and for some reason, some of you keep coming back because I see those numbers and like this is how many repeat
Yeah.
listeners you have. It's like holy shit, people actually are coming back. So thank you so much. This is so much fun.
Wouldn't
Thank
it be
you.
crazy if it was just Megan using different VPNs?
I might have to find out if it's
Forcing
her.
her students to listen.
Yeah.
She's like, if you want to
Extra
pass
credit.
science,
Do
you
you
have to
want
listen
extra
to this.
credit?
Tell
You
me
gotta
the dumbest
listen to
thing that
this.
Paul said in this episode.
It's like the weirdest like school scandal ever. Is like, oh, you want to pass that? You want an A on your test? Go listen to the fucking Country Hipster podcast.
Yes, you tell me what Paul's 3 favorite songs were. But no, thank you to all of our guests throughout the whole entire season 1 of the last 15 years. Every single one of you, thank you.
Yeah.
Especially thank you to Rick Barton from the Continental Rick Barton Band and formerly of the Dropkick Murphys. And Matt, seriously, how fucking cool is it that we actually had an actively
Yeah.
band on Skinny Lister? Fucking thank you guys. You guys are like not that you weren't already one of my favorite bands, but you kind of basically jumped up to the top there, just for being on the podcast and just being dealing with my nonsense.
They were
for
funny,
40
the two
minutes.
of
They
them.
were fucking great.
Yeah, they were so
They were
good.
so good.
Go listen to Shanty Punk.
Yes, go listen to Shanty Punk. We might be talking about that in season 2.
I'm
Spoiler
100%
alert,
fine with that.
So, guys, anything else to say about Depeche Mode Violator?
Fuck this album.
Okay, Kristen.
Nothing.
So-
Got nothing.
Adam.
Not just Depeche Mode Violator, but every album that we've covered as a whole. I'll say, as I always say, go listen to everything we've covered and form your own opinion about it, and then
That
Tell
opinion
Paul
is
how much
inevitably going to
Violator
be
sucks.
fuck this album.
yeah,
Yeah.
tell Paul how much
Yeah.
Violator sucks and how much
Also, so we're not going to be launching season 2 until after the 4th of July. We're taking a couple weeks off, but we do have some bonus episodes planned
Yes.
for you for the next couple weeks. So every Thursday we will still have some content for you. It's just not going to be full-fledged episodes. That's basically it. That's all I got. You guys good? We're good.
No.
We're good.
Put a lid in season 1 one last time
Yep.
before we go off about other shit.
Yep. Love you
All
guys.
right, love you
Thanks
guys.
for having
Thank
me
you.
back.
Thank you so much,
Thank
guys.
you for having me.
And on that note, especially for season 1, it is time to move on. Why do you hate deaf people?